we know that we are going to have a new electoral system.
Yeah.
We have changed from the single non-transferable vote electoral system to the so-called single-member district with two ballots system. Why do we change the system?
I think we have to know about the system of SNTV, which means that we have more than two seats for voters to choose in a district. Now we changed to a single-member district. The reason we changed to this new system is because that before we change it, Taiwan probably is the only country still using SNTV for major elections at national level. Before that, we have Japan and South Korea and New Zealand, probably very like us. But particularly Japan and South Korea. And Japan and South Korea changed the system in the mid-1990s to a system probably we are going to take in the next election.
But what's the key problems with the old system, SNTV system?
We used to think that the old system are easier for politicians to buy votes, for one thing. And second, and probably a more important weakness for the old system is that party discipline in the parliamentary operation is not easy to maintain. So politicians, especially leadership in major political parties, are thinking about changing to a new system. It's probably easier for them to keep party discipline.
But will that be the case if we actually really implement that kind of new system?
I think that we do because for the new system, we elect only one member in the district. And without the support of a political party, I think any politicians are not likely to win election. Or if possible, that would be very difficult for them. So we may expect that those who has no party support would be very exceptional.
But many small parties, political parties, complain that this kind of single-member districts is biased against small parties. So in the end, there would be no room for the small parties in Taiwan. Do you think that would be the case?
Probably, but fortunately, we have two ballots.
Two votes.
The one for candidates in each different constituency or for each district. In that part, probably small parties have no chance at all because most of the voters will think that they won't waste their vote, so they will vote for major parties who have the probability of winning the election. But we still have 34 seats open to second for the voters to choose based on their decisions on their second vote. Their second vote is to choose among different political parties. So they may choose among those small parties. If those small parties win more than 5% of the total vote, they may share some seats in the 34.
But out of these 113 seats, only 34 seats were reserved for the legislature at large.
That's right.
And some small parties still complain that that won't be enough. The number is too limited. So they cannot really make a difference in this two-party system that will be emerging in the future. Do you think that small parties will eventually merge with the bigger parties to form some sort of coalition in the future?
And some of them probably will because they have closer issue positions with major political parties. But some probably will raise some very specific issues like environmental protection or other issues related to human rights protection that we very often call fourth generation human rights. They probably have their appearance on the voters. If they can win seats in the election, they probably will remain independent actors in the parliament.
People are also hoping that by having the new electoral system, the lawmakers, legislators will have more national perspective instead of paying attention to only local interests. Do you think that by having a new electoral system, by expanding the size of constituency, as a matter of fact, do you think that the legislature will have more national perspective, and when they make policies, they will tend to take a more broader perspective?
If we increase the number of the seats, then probably we may have different arrangement. For some of them, focus on national parties. But for those who are elected from single-member district, I think they have to spend much of their time on their constituency.
So the old parties will continue to be local?
That's right. Yeah, they have to, bring some bread home. Otherwise, their voters will be very disappointed and punish him in the next election.
Some people complain about the process of gerrymandering, in redistricting of the constituencies and so on. Do you think that will continue to be a controversy in the future?
I'm very confident about the districting operation in Taiwan, because in the last 4 or 5 decades, we find that there was no dispute. Actually, if there was anyone, I think very few, over the result of districting operation. So I'm not worrying about that.
Yeah.
But for the current situation, I think the reason is that because we cut the seats, the number of seats by half. So some of the incumbent legislators probably lost their opportunity for re-election.
That's right.
That's why they complain. And the second is that because the result of the proposal of redistricting has to send to the legislative yuan for approval.
That's right.
That's why the incumbent legislator have a say on the result of the redistricting.
Yeah.
That's the reason of the complaints. But I think if we look at the result, I think it is reasonable.
Yeah. And also some people suggest that this is the first election that we have the new electoral system. And whoever wins the first election will have the incumbent advantage. So that guy, that legislator will continue to be in power for good. Do you think that will be the case?
Yes. That's probably one of the controversy people argue about for this new election, new system. But that kind of someone run for office for for 2 or 3 decades exists even in the old system, because the result of the election probably are decided by many different factors, and social connection or social networks is one of the important factors.
That's right.
In the past, there are many political families in Taiwan's elections. Their family members, win almost every election in their district.
Yeah.
It is not a very unusual.
That's right.
So I think that will continue to happen in the future, and only that there will be more cases in like this.